What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're taking out the trash. All right, so you guys saw the title. You saw the thumbnail. Crickets, please. Now, I've been getting a lot of requests since I've started my YouTube channel to use makeup I don't like. Now, this started out as the concept of just cleaning out my beauty room. So I have done a lot of giving away lately. I get so much PR, so much free makeup. I buy a lot of makeup. A lot of it is about to expire. It already has. There's just a lot of junk laying around. Like, I know I've never done a beauty room tour, which will come later this year. I think, I promise, I hope, but I have like 3 beauty rooms, okay? Now, I have makeup from 10 years ago in drawers. I'm talking like old MAC lipsticks when I used to work there, like in the vault. I have stuff I haven't seen in forever. So I started to just clean my beauty room. And then I donated a lot of PR to a lot of women's shelters in Los Angeles, a lot of my friends, a lot of people in need that just needed makeup. I started there. And then I went into like the vault. And I went through stuff that I really wasn't feeling anymore. So in today's video, you're gonna see stuff from maybe old friends, maybe old brands I used to live for and the brand owners have degraded me. You're gonna see products of brands I just really don't care about anymore, that aren't interesting, and just some products that I've tried on my channel and they just didn't work for me. So today is not about drama, it's about telling the truth and trying out stuff, maybe giving it a second try before it goes in the trash. Now, if something is expired, you should throw it in the trash. I get a lot of people like, well, give it to me, girl. And I'm like, girl, if the foundation is expired, I don't want to give it to anyone that I like. Girl, stop. So if you did not know this, on every single item of makeup, including my own, you legally have to put this little icon jar. Here, let's grab something that I actually like. Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. So on every single thing, we're gonna zoom in here with the lens. It has this tiny little jar. As a consumer, you may not notice that, or you may go, I don't ever even knew what that was. This is called the period after opening. So after you open up a product, this is how long that it is allegedly allowed to be used for. So let's even grab something of mine, or even a palette. Oh, this is I literally just used an Orbina palette the other day. So if you go here, the jar says 18 months on the shadow. So every item, it's kind of like a suggestion. Now, to me, a lot of stuff like powders don't really go bad as fast as like primers and foundations. So anyway, we're gonna use some stuff that is about to expire. If you have a lot of stuff in your collection that is expired, it's okay. But if it looks a little discolored, if it smells weird, throw it away, girl. So without further ado, God, let's say a silent prayer. And let's dive into this video. All right, let's start off with a bang. Now, I used to actually live for this primer. This is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. Now, a lot of you are probably like, what do you mean, Jeffrey? We don't really ever see you use Too Faced on this channel. Well, that's because I don't ever review or use Too Faced on my channel anymore. I used to actually live for their brand.
Yes, in collaboration with Too Faced,
which has been one of my favorite brands for the last 10 years, just so you know. But last year, I defended Tarte with a little makeup scandal video. Oh, this looks kind of nasty. Can we zoom in on that? Jesus Christ. I'm like, is mine cursed? Looks a little yellowy. This is definitely expiring. I'm afraid to put this on my face, but here goes nothing. So if you guys did not know, someone named Jared used to be the owner of Too Faced. He sold his brand to Estee Lauder. Now, last year, he and his sister said some horrible things about me because he was degrading the brand Tarte. And I'm like, honey, you did not invent unicorns. I know you think you do, and you're very entitled, and you think that you run the world. You don't. Come back to earth. So it started a huge social media fiasco, if you will. I'm gonna show some screenshots all over the screen in a minute. And Jared, the old owner, but still creative director of the brand, really went in on me, and him and his sister, who I don't know if she has anything to do with the brand or if she just uses him for money, but she said that my brand was clown makeup. Okay, and they said a lot of other horrible things about me. Now, Estee Lauder had to ask them to shut up, which I don't know if that was ever told on record, and they finally left me alone. I'm sure after this video they're gonna probably continue to degrade me, but I actually really used to love Too Faced, and I was a huge fan in high school. I was wearing their stuff in 12th grade, and it's just crazy when you can become a competitor and someone big on social media, where in turn, years later, one of your favorite brands doesn't like you or they say horrible things about you. So welcome to social media. First of all, this primer's on. It feels alright. I actually used to love this formula, so I'm not shading the formula at all. But it just sucks that people that are literally almost twice my age are degrading me. So That's the tea on that. You will never see me review anything of Too Faced on my channel. I don't like to support people that are evil or really nasty. So there's the tea on that. All right, the next item we're gonna use, let's go to foundation. Now, we all know about this fiasco. Tarte, don't love them, don't hate them. They've been a consistent brand that I've kind of liked throughout the years, but when their Shape Tape foundation range hit the internet, we all gasped and threw up. We all know that most brands create more than 2 shades for women of color, but Tarte decided to say fuck it. And I think what made this worse, now I did review this, these shades look so light. Oh my god, girl. I've been getting a kind of a tan lately, but maybe not. Okay, well, we're just gonna go in and try it. Now, I did do a review and talked about this foundation. I'll put that up right here. If you did not know, I will show the foundation range in a second, but the thing that made it worse was the news article of interviewing Tarte and them saying some very weird stuff like, oh, well, you know, this foundation, you know, we don't have that many shades because it's like, you know, you can use some for the winter and then you can transition into your summer shade. It was like this weird, lame excuse that really never made sense to me and I didn't really get it, but it caused a big stir because their lack of shade range was embarrassing. It wasn't just like, it was, you know, they kind of fucked up. It was like, girl, they fucked up. So I really wasn't living for that. This formula, by the way, is not the greatest. Their concealer, though, we all know is a classic, but the foundation was kind of like for me, and since I reviewed it, it's been sitting in the drawer. Forgot about it, don't care about it, and it's time it goes in the trash. Alright, now this foundation actually isn't that bad. I've tried a lot of better ones the last year, but memory lane. Also, if you are such a big brand with a really big budget, we need brands to start making way more foundation shades. Like, girl, at this stage in the game, anyone can do it. And if you're not doing it at this stage, you're basically just kind of saying like, fuck you to a huge group of people. So any brand from here on out that doesn't make a lot of shades, this actually kind of looks a little, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I don't know, I just can't relate, you guys. When I make my foundation and it comes out next year, well, I am working on it right now, but when it comes out next year, there ain't gonna be 12 shades, I'll tell you that. Now, moving on, not everything has a story here, you guys, I will say that, but okay, concealer. Now this, you guys know I love Chanel, so you're probably like, what is he gonna say? Chanel does not have a concealer shade light enough for me. This is shade 10, their lightest one in the Corrector Perfection. Now I've had this for a while. You can see it's kind of separating in there. A little chemically, not too crazy. First of all, let's just show you guys the tea here. Doesn't look that bad on camera, but it's very orange. Like, this is actually darker than my skin tone. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or how it's reading, but like, see how it just kind of blends in too? It's like, not really doing much. So I never really lived for this concealer. I think I used it once or twice. It sat in the drawer. It's about to expire, or it's actually been expired for months. So hopefully I don't get a chemical burn. Now I love Chanel Beauty. By the way, you guys know that Chanel Beauty is in Ulta now? I'm like shook about that. Sephora's like, hi, we're doing ColourPop, and Ulta's like, great. We're doing Wet n Wild, Chanel, and everything else. Have a seat. Which one do you guys prefer? Do you love Ulta more? Do you love Sephora? Do you love that they're both kind of like really mixing their roster of brands and they're kind of like going all over the place? What do you guys feel about that? All right, concealer, you were never good to me. Okay, moving on, setting powder. Now, I was a little iffy about this, but I'm like, you know what? Who with a big platform is gonna speak out on this? And really no one has. There's been a lot of smaller influencers that have touched on this subject. Huda Beauty has completely ignored everything that people have been saying. So you know what, I'm sorry, I gotta bring it up. Now y'all know I love a lot of Huda Beauty products. I have reviewed her foundation, helped to sell a lot of them. You know that's the T-Ho. I've used a lot of her stuff on my face, on this channel, and overall it's been a very consistent brand. But this product came out. What is this called? This is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Now, I'm all for people being inspired by other brands, but when you literally steal the exact concept and photo shoot from an indie brand, how do you sleep at night? That's the real tea. How do you sleep at night? So I'm gonna use this right now on camera, and I really don't want to, but we're gonna do it anyway. This is what we're all about, is full face of makeup we're throwing out. Now, what is the tea on this? You may say, Jeffrey, I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, let's throw up a few images. There is a indie brand that we have used on this channel. I've actually reviewed it. That is called Beauty Bakery. It is a Black-owned brand from a beautiful woman that actually survived cancer. She started her makeup brand and she is really flourishing. But she's still a very small company and they are very indie compared to the giant of Huda Beauty. This ad campaign and the entire collection was revealed online, and every single comment on Trendmood and on everyone's pages was like, you literally stole her concept. Huda has really never acknowledged it. She's just keep it moving, making her money. I don't like that. Now, Beauty Bakery, if you have not heard of them, have been out since 2011. Their packaging looks like this. Everything is about baking and cake, and it's their full aesthetic. I mean, hi, are you guys kidding me right here? So everything is all about cake, baking, mixing. This actually came in a literal flour, like you're in the kitchen making like cookies with flour. So, the entire packaging idea was stolen, and I don't understand why. Huda Beauty is all about like being in the desert and sand and all this crazy stuff and her culture. Why are you stealing someone else's whole entire concept? And the fact that she's never really acknowledged it really bothers me. I think she's just gonna think that, oh, well, whatever, people won't care in a month and we'll make all of our money. So that kind of sucks. Oh, wow. I mean, the formula is actually not that bad, bitch. That's actually pretty sad because I would love to support this collection, but if you were gonna steal from people and not acknowledge it, can't relate. All right, so let's contour this face. First item, bam. This is the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. Now you guys know I love Benefit. I was even in their ad campaigns last summer in Sephora. Every time that I've tried to use this product, and all of my friends who have used this, we have a little issue here. We go to use it and it's like, oh, what happened, girl? The formula, the packaging, something happened in QC and it just flopped. I don't know what happened, but every single person I've seen use this, the stick has fallen out. I hate that, it sucks. I'm so sorry, Benefit. It happens sometimes, you guys, you know, there is so many products being made. Sometimes shit happens, so I'm not like hating Benefit at all, but I don't even think I minded the formula. It's just the falling out, girl. Come on, what happened there? I don't even remember if this blends out good. I'm scared now. I'm like, oh fuck. Bloop. Oh, oh. Oh, looks like a little piece of dookie. All right, we're gonna put this right back in here and then let's try to blend this out. Fuck. With the Beauty Blender, it softens a lot. Remember, it is a cream product, so that looks way better than when that brush just attempted. Oh my god, looks like I got punched. Remember when I reviewed that Dior stuff last week? That was probably the worst my contours ever looked. Thank God I'm not going outside after this because this is horrifying. Jesus. I'm like, that product must be expiring soon because I don't remember it being this hard to blend. Well, Chris here just said, you didn't do the forehead on your contour. Well, we're about to. So, all right, Benefit. This didn't blend out that bad. I literally took this and was like dragging it so it didn't look to filth. Chris, should I do the forehead? No, I'm scared. This formula though, ready for this? Oof, my hair surgery is shaking. Okay, so why did I just do this to myself? Should we just take this and cry? Hi, I just rubbed some dirt from my yard on my forehead. How are you doing? Okay, bam, that's not that bad, huh? All right, let's move on. All right, now the next product, girl, let's just hold it up. Bam! This is the Kat Von D, what was this called? This shit is so old. This is the Shady Bronzer, fitting, and it says, don't be afraid to contour the fuck out of your face. All right, now this is probably like 8 years old, I wanna say. This was like in the deep hidden drawers of my makeup room that I have not touched in a long time. Now, if you are someone that is newly subscribed to me or you don't know the real tea, girl, just Google my name and this person's name. Now, before any of you try to chime in, or if anyone is here that is a Kat Von D fan, let me just remind you of one thing. I was her friend for 10 years. You've never met her. So do I know the real tea? Of course I do. If you do not know the scenario, basically 2 summers ago, my brand was skyrocketing, Kat Von D was stagnant, and she decided to cross out my face and let the internet know a bunch of crazy lies. Of course, I responded and debunked everything that she said because she was completely full of shit, and there's always just been weird tension ever since. Now we're talking 10 years of friendship, and in that 10 years, a lot happened. And a lot of you have been waiting for me to say anything, but I just kind of move along. When I process someone kind of like a death, I don't really ever talk about them again. But a funny fact, when all that happened, I remember her saying one thing. She basically said that her lipstick, which by the way was a top seller in Sephora, called Jeffree, of course, with my spelling, she named a lipstick after me years ago, and it has literally been on sale every single day up until about 2 weeks ago. So even after our fight, imagine Sephora, who is of course affiliated with Kendo, which is a company that owns her brand, they denied her request and they sold her Jeffree lipstick up until about a month ago on Sephora.com. So the fact that you have a face of a brand and your name is on the packaging and you couldn't even tell them and get my shade taken down, can't relate. I own my own company. The reason why I'm mentioning this, and by the way, this is a great formula at the time. I always supported her dreams, and when she created her makeup line a long time ago, I always supported it and gave it attention. Now you can see this is a long time ago that this came out, and of course we hit pan on this because I lived for this formula. This is before the Shade and Light craze that hit. So I haven't, oh my god, I haven't used this in so long. This is so weird to me. This is like a very bizarre moment. So a lot of you are going, okay, is there any more tea? Of course there is. So I was scrolling, and on my sidebar the other day, there was a drama channel that covered something, and it was like, Kat Von D came for Jeffree Star. And I'm like, you recently got married, I guess. You're pregnant. All these things are happening, and you're still concerned with me? You're still concerned with me? You're still concerned with me? I don't understand. So let's throw up the screenshot. I guess she just uploaded a video on her wedding. Let me go click this right now. The drama channel basically showed me a screenshot where someone on her wedding video, which this is like your special day, honey, asked, I bet you Jeffree Star is at home watching this. I'm actually not, baby. I'm busy running a multi-million-dollar company, or maybe 5 companies, and I'm a little busy over here filming and just, you know, living my life. But someone wrote, I get, Jeffree Star is probably at home watching this, or something like that. I'll throw up a screenshot right now. And Miss Thing had to write, Jeffree who? With a wink. And I'm like, that's all you can say, Jeffree who? How about Jeffree that had the lipstick in Sephora with my motherfucking name on it with your company for the last 10 years? How about Jeffree that's in all your books, all your memories? Like, girl, because she was always the friend that had the nicer stuff, and the roles reversed. My forehead looks like dirt, actual dirt. So anyway, I don't know why she's still talking about me, so I thought, you know what, let me just respond so I could stop getting a million tweets about it, because it does get really old. It's like a constant reminder. It's like an open wound. It's like, oh, you're done. Oh, someone has to mention this person again. So I'm like, Jeffree who?
Alright, so while editing this video, I discovered some information that was very interesting to me. Now, if we all remember in Kat Von D's video about me, she said that she would sadly be removing the Jeffree liquid lip from Sephora and her website. Well, we just logged on to katvondbeauty.com, which is her personal website where she ships products from, aside from Sephora. And you can click right now and still buy the Jeffree lipstick. So it's crazy that you can click it right now and buy it. There were so many lies in her video. It's crazy how another one is debunked, and it's just so crazy that right now, 2018, you're saying Jeffree who, but the Jeffree liquid lip is on your website. So what's good, sis?
That's all you gotta say? That is the most, like, uncreative response or clapback or anything that I've ever heard in my life. So this is the last remaining product I have of hers, and now it's over. Next. Also, by the way, you guys, don't ever go and send anyone any hate. This is just my personal feelings. Of course, when you're friends with someone for that long and they want to chime in about you, all of a sudden it's like, can't relate. All right, so moving on. Oh, there's like foundation powder in my water cup. Love that. All right, now for highlight, we're gonna bring back this old ditty. Now, I reviewed this a while ago on my channel. This is a $95 highlighter from the brand Clé de Peau. They're very luxury, bougie. Obviously, the packaging looks beautiful, but then let's get to the inside. Well, now this does look stunning, but as we found out in my review, this little glitter moment here is an overspray. So once you wipe that off, it's literally chalk underneath. And I'm like, for $95, this is what we get? Like, let's put it on my hand. Hi, it evaporated. Wig. I promise I went really hard in that pan. I'm not making this up. Hello, I don't see anything. Nope, nothing's happening. Look at that fallout though now, girl. Fuck, looks like a meth lab. Yeah, for $95, I expected it to be beautiful and blinding, and all I got was some chalk, and not even the kind of chalk that I can like draw on my driveway, just straight up chalk. All right, bam. For blush, we're gonna go in with this Kylie Cosmetics shade X-Rated. Now, let me just tell you guys why for a second I am putting this in the trash. This one just really didn't have a lot of pigment. Like, do you guys remember when these first launched and the highlighters? The highlighters were all right. They were a little lackluster, but this, I was kind of like, first of all, the fallout is really crazy. I was like barely touching that and it's like, ooh, Lord. Now, when you put this on your cheeks, I expect like way more color. It's so sheer. I'm like, hello, what's going on? Like, excuse me. We're gonna need a little bit more pigment, okay? So to me, this blush was just not it for me. I also have another Kylie product I wanna put in here and I'll go into a little further detail in a minute, but this just didn't have any pigment and I'm bored. All right, now let's go on to eyes. Now, I'm sure a lot of you saw this in the thumbnail and you were like, oh my God, it's not as dramatic as you think. So we are going to be using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault. Now, by the way, this PR is one of the best PR packages I've gotten in a long time. I think that it looks stunning. Now, the only reason why this is even in the video is because Morphe said that they are, of course, delaying the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault collection because there was some inconsistencies in the formula and some people were reviewing it and it was like amazing, and then other people were reviewing it and it was just like kind of lackluster and not great. So Morphe did some investigating and they actually found out that the lab did press it inconsistently. So this is not a negative. I'm actually like so, I guess, what's the word? I'm very like happy that Jaclyn and Morphe agreed to do this because for a company to stop a launch and move it and throw away all of the product is a lot of money lost. So I really appreciate Jaclyn taking the time to be like, yo, this is not like good. This is not okay with me selling this. Let's make sure it's perfect and have it come out later. So no tea in this video, honey. I just actually never use these myself. As you can see, there's not even a swatch on here. I was out of town when these launched, so when I came home, I saw them and then all the, I guess it's not controversy, it's just all their statements came out and people were finding some inconsistencies. So I've personally never used these. I can't wait. If mine is a dud and it looks a little weird, you guys know why. It's not Morphe or Jaclyn's fault, but I am just gonna try out a few shades just for fun to see what the tea is all about. Of course, let's just quickly prime. I don't have any primer that I wanna throw out. Isn't that weird for eye primer? I always, you guys know I'm always using this MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So let's just coat our lids and get the show on the road. Okay, actually these colors are stunning. I'm just sitting here like, girl, the shade Access is such a unique, like orangey yellow tangerine moment. I'm like, girl. Now remember, the first Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette was in one of my favorites videos last year. I really like that one. It is stunning. Now I heard that of course these shades are from all the ones that she did not use in her initial palette, which I love that idea. So I cannot wait for them to release the real vault. To me, Jaclyn's always done like amazing collabs. I mean, hi, Champagne Pop like literally revolutionized the highlighting game, and that's when the trend really started. So Jaclyn is always, girl, she knows what the tea is, regardless of your thoughts are on her. Her collabs have been amazing, and you know, she is one of the original beauty gurus on YouTube, so respect. Right now we're gonna go in with this shade Agent over here. Now this one, when I spread it out, it wasn't too bad. I see maybe where the pressing was a little weird, but overall, I'm not mad. I mean, obviously this is only the second shade I'm dipping into. I'm just gonna do a little light look and try out a few colors. All right, now we're gonna go in shade Guilt Trip right here. I didn't wet the brush yet. Oh wow, okay, this was definitely pressed too hard, I think. There's no pigment on the brush. I'm like, ooh! Okay, we're gonna wet this. By the way, who is waiting for Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics? Honey, we're all waiting. What's the tea? Give us an update. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, so in case you guys did not know, of course, just a quick little Morphe moment since we are blending to filth right now. If you do not know, every Morphe brushes store that is open or is about to open does carry Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Hey, I know a lot of you know that. You've seen footage from the store openings, which by the way, I will be at a store opening very soon, honey. We got some good things planned. But if you don't know, you can shop my entire brand in their store. I love Morphe. I believed in them since the beginning, and they are amazing. So a lot of you have asked, Jeffree, why isn't your brand in Ulta or Sephora? That is a choice. I just want to really make that clear here, because some people that are, you know, a little negative like to switch things up and say, oh, he can't get in there. You wanna see the emails, girl? I've said no. It's for personal reasons. I have grown my business so massively all on my own through e-commerce. I don't really wanna dive into a huge retail giant. So I have put that on pause, but Morphe is expanding rapidly. There will be so many more stores opening before the year's up, and I am really excited to grow with someone I believe in. Not that I don't believe in other retailers, it's just they are very corporate, and right now, you know, that's not the path I want to go. What do you guys think about collaborations? There are so many brand collaborations still happening that are going to happen. Are you guys burnt out on influencer collabs? Do you guys want to see me collab with someone from my brand? The comment section is yours, bitch. Let me know. All right, I'm kind of living for this color story, to be honest. I'm like, girl. All right, so let's just do one more shade and we got to move on with the day, honey. I really want to take, God, there's some pretty moments in here. VIP is cute. Let's take her, the little brush, and let's just pack her on the inner corner right here. Let's see if it wants to work. Oh, bitch, she wants to work. We'll just kind of shove her right in there. Platinum and gold. Okay, this is turning out really cute. Yes, Vault. All right, mascara time, y'all. I didn't want to do this. You know, I live for Gucci, but most of you don't even know that they have a makeup line. They do. I reviewed it before. I reviewed their foundation 2 years ago now. This mascara is dried up, bitch. We're talking Sahara dry. It's been in my vault for a long time, so I'm just gonna put it on and see what happens. Girl, it's just expired. I don't want to get a sister style like James, so let's just pray this doesn't happen to me. My lashes just look kind of like not that great. It's not the best. I think the packaging's beautiful, of course. I mean, it has G's all over it, which basically sum up my entire life. Oh my God, it doesn't have it. Only the cap does? I changed my mind. So see the cap, it has the logo on it, of course, but the base is a... Okay, well. This is not looking that cute. All right, mascara. Also, Gucci, if you want to do a collaboration with me for makeup, email me. It's time for lips. I know a lot of you are like, oh, what lip product you gotta use? I actually got two in mind here. Bam. Their first one is, I think this is one of the first shades she ever made. This is the Candy K Kylie Lip Kit. So Candy K was a very early on color. When I tried it, I wasn't obsessed. Her formula is just a little drying. I've liked some of the shades that she's put out before, but overall, I'm not like in love with it. I just think that there's so many products being put out, it's not exciting anymore. It's kind of lackluster, and I'm just kind of like over the brand at the moment. Maybe it's gonna re-excite me in the future, maybe not, but right now, kind of like over it and just kind of like meh. Let's put on this lip and oof, I do not miss that scent. Oh, between the Huda Beauty and this, I'm gonna have a migraine. Okay, sorry people, it took me a little bit longer than normal. The formula was a little dry in the bottle. Obviously I said it was expired, it's not the brand's fault. But just overall anyway, see the bottom lip, I've always just like had a little problem with them. Like it looks smooth and it looks pretty, and then a few minutes later it's just like really drying. I know this was an earlier shade and they have fixed it a little bit, but like girl. So besides this, moving on, we are gonna use something that I was so offended by, I'm still offended. All right, now we're gonna talk about the Christian Louboutin $85 lip gloss. Now, speaking of horrible smells, this one smells so atrocious. It's like that rose smell where it's just so strong and it lingers and it doesn't go away. I'm like actually dreading putting this on my lips because I hate how it's right there under your nose. It smells atrocious. But an $85 gloss, now we all know the packaging looks sickening. It's like medieval. You can shove this up your ass. I'm not sure what you... I got a lot of like, those look like butt plugs when I first reviewed this. So let's put it on. We'll just pop it in the center so it gives it a little bit of dimension. I'm like, the look is actually not that bad, the finished look, honey. All right, we're down to the finish line. We have one more product. I'm talking about overpriced horse shit that doesn't really work. I love Armani Beauty, but this is the Armani Prima Refreshing Makeup Fix. This is kind of like a setting spray. Now I used this a few times, and like sometimes, you know, a product is just like all about refreshing or it's about setting or whatever it is, great. I saw literally zero difference. I don't know what kind of ingredients are in this. I don't know what happened here, but this was just a dud. And Jesus Christ. Okay, I had to pause and Google the price because I forgot. $70. For $70, bitch, my makeup shouldn't move throughout the day. Like, girl, I should pump my own gas. All right, let's give this one more whirl before she goes in the trash bin. It doesn't even smell great. I'm like, oh. Okay, waving it around, and just like last time, I don't see much of a difference. I see kind of nothing. Overall though, I will say this. After everything we've talked about, the look ain't really that bad. The contour is a fucking hot mess. I think the cream one definitely ruined the look. Look at that jawline. I'm so sorry, jaw. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for just listening to me and just sitting here and chatting. I had to vent and get some things off my chest. So thank you to everyone out there for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Of course, all thoughts and opinions are my own. Please don't go tell any brand anything on my behalf. I don't give a fuck about anyone mentioned in this video. If it was negative, please leave them alone. I just wanted to be candid with you guys and tell you one-on-one the real tea so we can move along and you guys know what's up. All right, until the next time, mwah, bye guys.